Mama Chike was a stern and difficult woman. She believed no one was good enough for her son, especially not Adana. From the day Adana stepped into their home as Chike's wife, Mama Chike made it clear to her that she didn't like her. There lived a young woman named Adana. Adana was married to Chike, a kind and hard-working man who loved her deeply. Together, they had two beautiful children, 5-year-old Amarachi and 3-year-old Ebube. Their family seemed perfect from the outside, but there was one thorn in Adana's life: her mother-in-law, Mama Chike. Mama Chike will always scream, "Adana, why are you so lazy? Look at how dirty this house is." She would yell, even when Adana had spent hours cleaning. Sometimes she would say, "Is this what you cook for my son? No wonder he looks thinner than before he married you." She would sneer, even when Adana served a delicious meal. Mama Chike criticized everything Adana did, from how she raised her children to how she dressed. Every day felt like a battle, and Adana was losing strength. This continued until one day Adana decided to bake a cake for Mama Chike, her mother-in-law. She thought it might soften her mother-in-law's heart. Adana stayed up all night preparing the cake, carefully mixing the ingredients and making sure it was perfect. The next morning, she presented the cake to Mama Chike with a hopeful smile. "What is this?" Mama Chike asked, her eyebrows raised. "It's a cake, Mama. I made it for you," Adana said, trying to hide her nervousness. Mama Chike sniffed the cake and frowned. Did I ask for cake? You can't even take care of my grandchildren properly, and you're wasting time baking nonsense." Adana's heart sank. She carried the cake back to the kitchen, tears welling up in her eyes. She was exhausted from trying to please a woman who never appreciated her effort. Days turned into weeks, and Mama Chike's behavior worsened. Adana's frustration grew until she couldn't take it anymore. One evening, after another harsh scolding from her mother-in-law, a dangerous thought crept into her mind. "What if I poison her?" Adana whispered to herself. She quickly shook her head, horrified by the idea. But as the days went by, the thought kept returning. She convinced herself it was the only way to end her suffering. One quiet afternoon, while Mama Chike was taking her usual nap, Adana decided to act on her plan. She prepared a new cake, just like the one she had baked before, but this time she added rat poison to the batter. "This will end my misery," Adana thought, her hands trembling as she placed the cake in the oven. When the cake was ready, Adana served it on the dining table. She waited for Mama Chike to wake up and eat it. Mama Chike slept longer than usual that day. As Adana waited, guilt began to creep into her heart. "What am I doing?" she thought, pacing the kitchen. But before she could decide to throw the cake away, something unexpected happened. A mouse crept out from under the cupboard and climbed onto the table. The little creature sniffed the cake and began nibbling on it. Within minutes, the mouse staggered and collapsed right next to the cake. Adana gasped. Her heart raced as she stared at the lifeless mouse. It was clear that the cake was poisoned. At that moment, Mama Chike walked into the dining room. "What's going on here?" she asked. Noticing Adana's panic expression, her eyes shifted to the table where the dead mouse lay next to the cake. Hello friends, if you're enjoying this story, please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment where you're watching from if you're a returning subscriber. Thank you so much for your constant support. Let's keep enjoying this story. What is this? Mama Chike demanded, pointing at the scene. Adana stammered, unable to form a sentence. Mama Chike's sharp eyes narrowed as she pieced the puzzle together. You tried to poison me. Ah! Her voice echoed through the house. Chike rushed home after receiving a frantic call from his mother. When he arrived, Mama Chike wasted no time in telling him what had happened. Your wife tried to kill me, she cried, pointing an accusing finger at Adana. Chike looked at Adana, hoping she would deny the accusation. But she remained silent, her head bowed in shame. Adana, is this true? Chike asked, his voice filled with disbelief. Adana nodded slowly, tears streaming down her face. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to kill Mama. Chike, I was frustrated. I am so sorry, she sobbed. Chike was heartbroken. He loved Adana, but he couldn't ignore what she had done. How could you do this? He asked, his voice trembling. I am sorry, Adana repeated, but her apology couldn't undo what had happened. Mama Chike insisted that Adana leave the house immediately. She's a danger to all of us, she said. Chike had no choice but to send Adana away. He promised to take care of their children but made it clear that she could no longer stay in their home. Adana moved to a small apartment in another part of the city. Life was difficult without her children and the family she had built with Chike. She regretted her actions deeply and vowed to change. In her solitude, Adana found strength in prayer and reflection. She started a small business, selling snacks to make a living. Over time, she became known in her neighborhood for her kindness and resilience. Chike visited Adana occasionally, bringing Amarachi and Ebube along. Each time, Adana apologized to him, hoping for forgiveness. Years later, after much reflection and healing, Chike decided to give Adana another chance. He saw the changes in her and believed she deserved redemption. Mama Chike, though still angry, agreed to let Adana return on the condition that they all live in peace. Adana returned to her family with a renewed sense of purpose. She treated Mama Chike with kindness even when it wasn't reciprocated. Slowly but surely, Mama Chike softened. One day, Mama Chike surprised everyone by saying, Adana, you're not so bad after all. It wasn't much, but it was a start. The family grew closer over time, proving that even the deepest wounds could heal with love, patience, and forgiveness. This story is a reminder that anger and frustration can lead to regretful actions, but with reflection and a willingness to change, redemption is possible. Thank you friends for watching this story to the end. But please don't forget to like, comment where you're watching from, and hit the subscription button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your constant support. I don't take it for granted. See you in my next video. Bye.